we love biking and we love ice cream.
Eco-friendly ice cream maker powered by your feet.
We decided that if we custom built one, it'll be more efficient and better suited to our experiment.
That is not ice cream.
Oh my gosh!
It's the future of ice cream technology.
Major funding for SciGirls is provided by the National Science Foundation, supporting education and research across all fields of science and engineering. The National Science Foundation, where discoveries begin.
Additional funding provided by L'Oreal USA for Girls in Science. You can learn more at forgirlsinscience.org. And by PPG Industries Foundation, committed to bringing positive impact to our communities.
SciGirls! We need SciGirls! Come on! When I need help and I've got a question, there's a place I go for inspiration. Gotta get to the web, check the girls' investigation. What girls? SciGirls! SciGirls!
I need you!
SciGirls! Come on! You got log on, post, upload, pitch in! Yeah! Wanna get inside a world that's fascinating? The time is right, 'cause SciGirls are waiting! SciGirls! We need SciGirls!
SciGirls! Hey there, biker dude. What you doing?
Trying to figure out what my legacy should be when I graduate. Jockalicious future winner of the Tour de France? Grungelicious future rock star?
Or Creepalicious future Bobo the Clown? Wait,
Ah, what was that for?
I had to take a picture and post it on my page before I told you the clown is out. No clowns, ever.
Gotcha. But still, which one? Musician or cyclist?
Why not both?
Ooh, I like the way you think.
Maybe the SciGirls will have a little advice. SciGirls! Okay, what do we got? Just no clowns. That's all I ask. No clowns. Oh, hey! This looks like it's got Jake's name written all over it. Watch for the arrows. They're clues for the Pick'em Stick'em game on the website.
What's your favorite place to bike? My name is Margaret, and I live in St. Paul, Minnesota.
Maybe by the Lake of the Isles in Minneapolis.
I love that. My friends, not only do we like to bike, but we really like to design and invent things.
My name is Olivia. So we make a lot of things, usually just out of things we found in the basement or the garage.
My name is Rebecca. Minneapolis and St. Paul are some of the most bike-friendly cities in the country.
Let's take one like a close-up of the
And then we should take a picture of us, too.
Yeah.
My name is Angela. Today we went on a bike ride and we ate ice cream and we had a lot of fun.
Would you mind taking a picture of us together?
Yeah.
2, 3, cheese!
All right, so you guys, what's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
I like cherry, cookie dough.
Double fudge brownie.
What if instead of lugging around ice cream in a cooler on your backpack while you biked, there was a way to kind of make it while you bike?
Because we love biking and we love ice cream, and we thought it would be great if after biking we could have the reward of ice cream at the end.
Mill City Farmers Market?
I have no idea.
You guys, it opens next Saturday.
Really? Really?
We could actually try making something.
And then we could give it to people at the farmer's market.
That'd be great.
If we got this to work, it wouldn't need batteries or electricity. It would an eco-friendly ice cream maker that's powered by your feet.
That'd be so great.
I have a lot of experience with bikes, and I have a lot of experience with ice cream, so I thought that it wouldn't be too hard to have the two together.
1, 2, 3.
These are always fails.
My parents and my family, we bike a lot, and whenever we have a flat tire or a bike that needs fixed, we'll take it to the hub.
Hey, I'm Margaret. Nice to meet you, Amber.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Angela. Amber is a bike mechanic who helped us with our research today.
I'll give you some tips on,
All right, great.
on the basics of the bike.
Okay.
The key parts of the bike are you have 2 wheels, unless, of course, you're using training wheels, in which case you would have 4.
The frame, the handlebars.
Probably the most important part is to learn about the drivetrain. It's like the motor of the bike.
There's the crankset, then there's the crank arms, which attach to the pedals.
Gears,
See the freewheel,
Brakes, very important.
chainring.
A comfortable seat.
The front derailleur and the back derailleur.
which helps you shift gears.
And if I miss something, then I'm not surprised.
If we are gonna attach something to this that's gonna be making something like churn, what gear would it be good to be in? Would you want to be a high gear or a low gear?
It's good to pick a gear that you think you'd be able to sustain for a long time, and that's not too easy and not too hard.
After we left the bike shop, Amber brought out this really awesome machine for us to look at.
When the ice cream trike came out, I was super amazed because it wasn't at all what I was expecting. It was such a good thing for me to see, just how big that barrel was.
Basically how this thing works is the pulley is here. It's attached to this groove here by the wheel. The wheel turns, the pulley comes up and makes this whole system here turn. And then in turn that makes this whole area here, it makes the ice cream maker turn around. See, it's attached here and that turns the ice cream. Pretty surprised by the setup. I hadn't thought about attaching it to the wheel.
I'd really like how the mechanical energy of just the turning on the bike got translated into the churning of the ice cream.
Becca, how does it feel?
It's pretty cool.
How's changing the gears?
I've never changed a gear in my life.
The fact that you couldn't really steer at first was a big problem. It was pretty slow. I mean, we even rode in the pedestrian lane and it got faster, but still it wasn't really fast. Kind of. It isn't like normal bikes where it's perfectly balanced, but once you find kind of the equal, which is leaning more towards the left, it works really well.
Wait, Liv.
Hold on,
Wait,
Liv. It's stuck.
It's jammed. Oh, yep, that's what happened. Okay.
The rubber tube they used to churn the ice cream, that kept getting caught in the wheel.
If we use one of these on our bike, we want to make sure that doesn't happen.
Exactly.
The ice cream trike was kind of like steering a horse. Oops. Sorry. Where am I going? Sorry. I don't know how to turn this. Where am I going? Start on the path, then you go around and around in circles because it always wanted to lean to the right.
It does pull to the right a little bit, so that's why. It's not
That's
you. It's
why.
Try not to run over any small dogs either.
Margaret, stop.
You got this, Angela.
She hasn't run into anything yet. Oh, there she goes. Left brake.
Well, gotta stop. It's a little heavy, you guys. That's the thing. It's awkward. Maybe building a bigger ice cream machine isn't the best idea. Maybe having an ice cream machine that's easier to balance on two wheels is better.
So I think obviously we're doing 2 wheels, so that would be
okay,
good.
so let's begin.
We brainstormed a little bit to see what exactly we wanted our setup to be.
Would it be possible to put the derailleur up here?
Really?
So then it'd be kind of like a bike in reverse.
I don't think we're gonna use the ice cream maker that we saw on the ice cream bike because it's huge. I think we're gonna try for a little more modern looking one, and obviously it'll have to be a fair bit smaller since it's gonna be on a 2-wheel bike and we won't have that big platform.
Hi, I'm Angela, and one thing I really enjoy doing is running. One particular outdoor place I really like is actually my backyard. Here's our windmill, roses all through here. I love taking pictures with my camera. Goodbye.
Can't wait, you guys. It should be so awesome.
Well, we're gonna take the blueprints we drew up yesterday and we're gonna show them to Yvonne, who is a mechanical engineer here at St. Kate's. I'm Olivia.
Olivia.
She's gonna be sort of the turning point to really help us make this less of a dream, more of a reality.
Yvonne brought us a hand-powered ice cream maker and she showed us how it worked.
Okay, so lift that up. Each of you should lift that up, have a sense of how heavy that is.
And that's really light.
That's without ice
Ingredients.
and without ingredients. You might have this on the back of your bike, so is it going to be like this? Or is it going to
Or
be
we could turn it like that.
like that? So some of your ideas, it's great to have some brainstorming things. Can you show it to me?
Yeah, well, this is one of the sketches we came up with. You have the ice cream maker on the rack on the back of the bike, and the crankset is here with the pedals, and we're gonna attach a pulley to the crankset and then to the ice cream maker so that when you pedal, the pulley will turn and it'll churn the ice cream.
You know, we can come up with fancy bicycle power systems and so forth, but if it doesn't make the ice cream, that's sort of your key thing. You really want it to make ice cream. So are you going to use an existing ice cream maker, or are you going to make your own? How have you?
I think we're going to make our own.
You're going to make your own?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know.
I thought we were using an existing one.
one. I hope we are.
My friends and I, we ran across a little bump in the road, a little disagreement.
If like 3.5 days to attach this to the bike.
If we have the gears all figured out on the bike, but then somehow the ice cream maker, it's too heavy or it won't work, that kind of defeats the entire purpose of what we've been doing.
This is ridiculous. You know, Margaret, we're not going to make some huge metal thing.
We wanted to make ice cream, and we're already meddling a lot with how to get the bike's power into the ice cream maker.
Right.
Just really trying to like take in all the facts. We're trying to collaborate and see what is best.
Can I oppose that idea a little bit? I think it is more work making one from scratch. At this point, we don't exactly know how an ice cream maker that is already made will work on the back of the bike. And if
You never argue with someone. It's always what their idea is. It's not a direct hit to you. It's a direct hit to your idea.
If we did make one from scratch, we would have the liberty to change things that we wouldn't with the pre-made ice cream maker.
I mean, this is the biggest thing. You can't say which one is going to work and which isn't going to work.
Right.
That's the engineering part of it. You know, if we knew what we was going to do, why would we do it? It'd be a kit, right?
So far, our plan is to begin with breaking off into 2 groups. One group is going to make 2 different kinds of ice cream, and we're going to see which one works better and what our results are.
We'd have one gear that would maintain the basic functioning of a bicycle, the moving part.
And the other group is going to work on connecting the actual like handheld pump with the bike. I think we've kind of ditched the idea of using an already existing ice cream maker because we decided that if we kind of custom built one, it'll be more efficient and better suited to our experiment.
My name is Margaret, and I like to do circus. This is my buddy Bob. Ta-da! This is my sister Izzy and her bearded dragon Willie. This is my cat Phoebe. See ya!
This is so exciting.
it's
All right,
really
okay,
cool.
so we have to make 2 types of ice cream today.
Team Cream, it was sort of in charge of making the ice cream and testing out which recipe and which container. If we use
This is nice and light.
Yeah. If we use it, we should probably put it in this one. Team Connection was in charge of finding out how we're going to get the ice cream machine attached to the bike.
So right now we're working on prototyping or modeling.
Right.
We had 2 ideas, and one of them was the direct connection. There's the wheel and there's the ice cream turner. So when the wheel turns, the ice cream maker will turn as well. Ready?
Yep. I can't hold it if it's spinning. Wait, get off for a second. How are we going to keep it up without me holding it? Because I'm just preventing what it's supposed to do.
Our recipe was half and half, heavy whipping cream, sugar, and vanilla extract. Ice layer, then a salt layer, then an ice layer. So now a layer of salt.
I think that the way we would attach this to the direct connection, it would come out here, coming from the rotational axis of the bucket. We would need to attach it to here. And it would still have direct contact with the wheel, but there wouldn't be anything on the surface of the bucket.
We're going to fit that thing in with it and start to make the ice
10
cream.
minutes starting now.
Hold the bucket, Margaret.
Don't show my hands, please. Hold it in one spot.
4 minutes and 2 seconds.
Yay! I think if we're going to put it on the bike, we should probably do something more like that's big here and big here, or small and small.
It's not going to roll
Because it's not going to roll in a straight line.
Sure, let's just try this.
Make it count.
Oh, it's going.
It's a haywire bucket.
Yay, we're done. Great, 10:50.
Your idea works. Like, if only we just like had it connected and we had an even bucket, it would spin.
Ooh, nice.
We rolled it just enough.
Oh, this is the perfect consistency. Like real ice cream.
Yvonne!
Hey, Yvonne!
Hi, Yvonne.
How's it going?
Good. We're making some ice cream. We'll have you try and sample it here. We already sampled it. It's pretty good, but you'll just make sure
How
it's not
much
like
have you sampled it, really?
not too
we
much.
ate a whole batch first one, but not this yet.
There you go. I hope you like chocolate, because we had a chocolate to this one. So.
Yeah.
Look at that. Nice consistency.
Yeah, it turned out really good, actually.
Okay.
Was it poisonous?
It's creamy. I like that.
Okay.
I'm feeling pretty good about this.
But, Jake, how are you going to play the guitar and ride a bike?
Oh, ye of little faith, watch and learn. I'm a rock and roll rider, rock and roll rider. Yeah, oh yeah.
Wow, that's kind of working. Oh, watch out for that dog! I I watched and I learned that riding without being able to use your arms is not the best idea.
Yeah, I don't want to be remembered for that. Except by him. Hey, little guy. Can I call you Crash?
I'm gonna call the SciGirls.
Hey guys! Look who we brought with us.
Oh, hey, Yvonne. Working with Yvonne, a real engineer, I feel like she's making really great points that we can think about and that we can just kind of like solve on our own.
Want to make sure that this container with the cream mixture is completely surrounded by ice.
Or like mostly surrounded.
Mostly surrounded by ice.
Do you guys think it'd be possible to put a cap on this?
Yvonne helped us think about how exactly we should attach the ice cream maker to the bike.
Team connection, your original idea was to come off of the axle, off of here, which is definitely one way to do it. We also have this other part of the structure that we might be able to come off of. You'd be able to make a frame off of there.
We really liked Yvonne's idea of attaching the ice cream maker to the seat stem of the bike, so we decided that the best way to do this would be to weld metal brackets. We got it off of paper and into kind of a three-dimensional reality.
We took out some cardboard and then we cut it into strips and we duct taped it together and then we slid it onto the bike pole or whatever.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yep.
We wanted to use these for kind of measurement purposes and to show the welders what our ideas really were.
Here. Okay, yeah, thank you so much.
Hi. I like cooking and baking. And I made dinner tonight. Hello, puppy. I like biking to the gym and exercising. See ya. We're going to the Chicago Avenue Fire Arts Center to work with Heather Doyle, a metalsmith.
Hey, you must be Heather.
I am. This is so cool.
We put on our welding jackets and went right to work.
Cool. Well, show me your design.
So our idea was place the bucket about here and
Like a metal rod going out this way, straight here, straight there, a rectangle without the last side.
a main concern of ours yesterday was, is the bucket really going to swivel while you're riding it?
There's a hinge right about here. It allows us to open and shut the bucket.
We do have some sections of weldable hinge. It's piano hinge. It doesn't have any coatings or anything on it, so it would be perfect for that.
The purpose of the hinge was, if you can't open the ice cream bucket, there's really no point in making the ice cream if it's just gonna sit there and melt in the bucket.
So let's measure this properly now.
Fabrication is when you're connecting all the pieces of the contraption together. And it's when you're finally putting your prototype into real life. You're cutting out and measuring all the pieces that you need and just bringing it all together.
Can you feel it cut?
Yeah, it's cool. Sweet, girl. So now that we have the pieces cut, we're gonna go weld. It's so cool. I know.
This process creates a lot of sparks, so we want to make sure that you're protected head to toe.
I love me some
We had to wear these beanies to cover our hair.
I didn't want to know what this looks like.
We all looked ridiculous. I think Margaret definitely looked the funniest, like in a good way.
I think it's fair to say that this is probably not our best look. I thought I looked a little like a marshmallow.
Like what chemicals go into like making the flame?
It's oxygen and acetylene. So acetylene is the fuel, and oxygen is the accelerant. 6,000 degrees right at that little cone in the center.
Wow, it's such a cool color.
It is, it's beautiful.
It's really beautiful, like all the different colors, like orange and blue and red and green and stuff. It's really beautiful and relaxing.
And we're just going to attach those two wing pieces. Through moving the torch back and forth between the two pieces, we're going to bring both pieces up to an equal heat. You'll be able to tell if one is heating up faster by the color of the metal. So if one is a bright, bright orange and the other one is a dull red, we'll just change the angle a little bit so that we can get them both up to heat at the same time. So it shouldn't...
It looks like they're about the same temperature.
Filler is this long kind of metal rod, and what you do is you stick it in between the two parts that you want to weld. What you do is like you stick it in there, and you could just see it like melt on the end. And it was really cool.
Tight.
Hot metals.
Quenching is when after you're done welding the metal, it's really, really hot. So you pick it up with these tongs or pliers or whatever, and then you dunk it in a very large bucket of water.
Whoa. There we go.
Woo!
Nice.
We had, on one side, we put a little hinge, we welded that, And then we welded another strip of metal to the hinge. We welded 2 bolts to either side of the metal strips. They need to go inside of the little hole in the buckets.
Wow, look how hot that is.
Hold on tight.
In order to mount our invention onto the bike, we need to firmly secure it to the seat. First, we drill the hole through the center of the frame, and then we drill the hole through the bike stem.
Almost like we're having serious technical difficulties. This pipe is a little bit slanted. I mean, it's a little like the line of the bottom of the circle of the pipe is a little bit off with the bottom of the circle of the hole drilled through the seat. This screw is slanting a little bit, so it doesn't quite allow it to go in. But if we just take this screw and we duct tape it in, problem solved.
Yeah, problem definitely solved.
I'm Olivia, and I'm in 9th grade. I play guitar. I do write some of my own songs. I play volleyball, and I rock climb. And I am very tired now. Bye.
Oh, wait. We have to line it up, okay. There you go. Yes,
Okay, let's push really hard.
Well, when we finally finished welding it and we put it on the bike, I felt really, really good.
Start slow and let's see how it goes.
Like, it's fine when you're just looking at it on paper and stuff, but it's kind of hard to imagine like what it's actually going to look like. And then to see it like in a real object, like right out there in the world, it's really a great feeling.
We still weren't sure if this thing could make ice cream, so we got our ingredients together.
Easy open seal, yeah, right.
I was pretty excited and nervous. I was really anxious.
Let's load it in.
All right, now I'm gonna put this in there.
1, 2, 3.
All right.
You ready?
Yep.
Go.
What's going on?
I think it's locked on the right side now.
The bucket kept going onto one side. It's kind of a problem because we need to make ice cream at the farmer's market tomorrow.
Frustrating.
See, it worked better when it was rubbing. We had to bungee the bucket because it kept going to this side, and it was like a little bit of like ice cream trike deja vu.
Oh.
All right, well,
let's see. Oh, that is not ice cream. Not at all. And that was 3 of us pedaling.
It was nothing but a pile of lovely soup. I was thinking as far as purposes of stability, you know how we drilled one hole kind of partially through the seat? If we drilled another hole all the way through, I think that would add some increased stability. The bucket wouldn't veer off to one side.
That's a good idea. We drilled like a hole going through the stem of the bike and the pipe. And so then we stuck a really nice fitting screw all the way through, and we were able to put a really tight nut on the end. So then now it seems really secure. We tightened the seat all the way too, so that wouldn't be wobbly.
We hope it won't swerve over to the right or to the left. We hope. Let's go. Okay, ready?
Go.
Okay.
Come on, you guys, come on, let's watch it.
It rolled! Yeah, it's rolling! It's working!
I always want to see, like, pedal really fast. I just want to see how it goes. You guys, it's not moving at all. It's not shifting at all.
Wait, we did it! Our redesign worked, and the bucket finally stayed in place.
But we still hadn't made ice cream, so we're trying it again.
We decided to take the real bike off of the stand outside for a spin.
Oh my gosh, look at that!
I seriously forget it's on here. There's not like unbalanced at all.
Yes!
That is going really nice. And we hear that chunk, 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 chunk.
Yeah.
Get that
That's
mix
what we want.
in.
Yeah.
Better than the ice trike.
Oh, so much better.
It's ice cream. It's actually ice cream.
Oh my God.
You're the cream of the cream, my sweet little thing. You're the dish of the day. I'm
Really
gonna
good,
dig right in.
It tastes like satisfaction. We did it.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, ready, Yvonne? Group hug, group hug. We did it.
hug.
We did it.
The future of ice cream technology.
We're presenting our invention that we took like a week to make.
On the bike, we had a plaque that said More Ice Cream Bike, and that's all of our initials together. It was in between More or Omar.
We're gonna make ice cream for people, and I'm feeling really good about it because it's a beautiful day. Now that we're at the end, I feel like it was one of the best things I've ever done in my whole life.
I'm really excited to show it. I feel like it'll be very successful, and I'm just really proud of our team.
Bike powered ice cream, free samples!
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Did you girls make this yourself?
Yeah. It was a really big success. And it wasn't just shared in between myself and my 3 friends. Our mentors, they came and they enjoyed it, so they had a part of that success. Me sharing the ice cream and just showing people that eco-friendly things like this are really possible, that was the best part.
She wants some more.
Well, we got almost all of them.
I want another cup. Got your clues? Head on over to the web and play Pick'em Stick'em at pbskidsgo.org. So the SciGirls had trouble at first too, and then they just kept testing their bike until it was right.
Roger that.
Looking good, looking good, looking... Oh, not so good at all.
I'm okay.
Hey, you did it! And the school bike race is just starting.
Wish me luck. I won! I won!
Yeah, I can't believe it.
I can't either. But every time I rode up behind someone, they seem to get startled and fall. Ha!
I can't imagine why.
Mwah. Now that I won, they'll never forget me.
Pretty sure they wouldn't have forgotten you even if you didn't win. But congrats, Jake. Nice job.
I think what we should figure out, though, is the bagging method. We decided 2 ways to make ice cream. The first in plastic baggies. Well, 10 minutes, start now.
All right.
Our hands won't be so cold if it's on a bike.
But we'll definitely want several plastic bags, not just one.
We ultimately decided to go with the coffee can or container method because the plastic baggie was a fail.
A crime has been committed and it's up to you to solve it.
The mask for this camp is missing.
Urgent that we need to find it.
You're going to be doing the testing on this evidence.
Careful, careful, careful. We need to preserve the evidence.
It's crunch time and we don't even know if we can find the mask.
SciGirls!
The oysters in the Chesapeake Bay are dying off. We wanted to go out and see if your stored reefs are actually working.
Wow, we get to build an underwater robot. Yeah, modified and we tested.
Major funding for SciGirls is provided by the National Science Foundation, supporting education and research across all fields of science and engineering. The National Science Foundation, where discoveries begin.
Additional funding provided by L'Oreal USA for Girls in Science. You can learn more at forgirlsinscience.org. And by PPG Industries Foundation, committed to bringing positive impact to our communities.
Hey there! Hi! The SciGirls website is off the hook. You can set up a profile, play games, create a page for your science project, watch SciGirls videos, and have fun. So come on, be a SciGirl on pbskidsgo.org. See you there. Bye!